That little guy. So pretty. Hey. Okay, I am in Maui right now. This is my first time visiting Maui. I'm actually here for a friend's wedding. Um, she is getting married tomorrow. I'm just here for a quick 3-4 day trip for the weekend, like a long weekend. And I'm exploring. It's my first time visiting, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I didn't do any research about the island. I didn't do any research about the island, so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. It's my first, technically, kind of like my first solo trip, actually, I was realizing. I guess I know people here, but all of the time that I'm not at the wedding events, I'm traveling by myself. I get to make my own decisions about what I do and plan my own day, my own schedule, and everything. So I know I moved to Hawaii by myself, but I don't really count that as the same because you have to establish yourself. There's some similarities, okay, but this feels like my first official solo trip, which is kind of fun. Where I'm in Kihei, on the Kihei side of the island, and first impressions are it's so beautiful. It's very lovely. It's very green in a lot of parts. The parts that I'm at, anyway. I haven't done a ton of exploring yet. I literally just got in yesterday, and then we had our first event yesterday, and I took a nap beforehand because I always be needing my naps. But today is like the first kind of day that I have quite a bit of time to myself. So I went and had breakfast at this cute little food trucky area that had a bunch of spaces for artisans and stuff. They had like a artisan craft fair today, market thing. And a couple restaurants and a coffee shop. I had a really good matcha latte. Also, everything is pretty expensive here compared to, I'm in the touristy area, but even the touristy area of Honolulu is like similar prices to Seattle for the most part. So less sticker shock for me. But here, my matcha latte was like $10.50 after tax before a tip. And my loco moco was $21. The pancakes there, I wanted pancakes so bad, but for a single pancake, it would have been like $10, which is insane. I'm probably in like the most touristy place, and people will pay that, but again, like the touristy area, Waikiki and Seattle, is not even that expensive, I don't think. Or maybe I just don't eat that much over there. I don't know. Definitely a latte is not that much. But it's more like $7-8 or whatever. Anyway, also, yeah, sunscreen. Bring your own sunscreen when you come here, unless you're planning to visit Costco or something. Because the sunscreen was like double the price at the ABC store than it would be, at a Walmart or something. I don't know if there's a Walmart here. This is a tinier island, so that's the other thing you got to factor into the pricing. Anyway, I was able to find a far less crowded beach. Actually, I couldn't really tell what the beaches looked like from the road up in the area, the Kamaole beaches, which are the 3 main beaches that they have in Kihei. But I just drove like 15 minutes away, did a little Google search, and found another beach that's not as crowded at all. Like, look, I mean, I did follow this cute little path to an even more secluded side of the beach. Uh, like to get across the rocks, I followed some couple that was walking over here. I was like, they must know the secret path. So, but even the main area of the beach was like the same amount of people, just like a slightly smaller patch of beach. But anyway, it's really lovely. I ran into a friend from Oahu already. And actually, oh, I meant to say, I ran into a YouTuber that I love to watch, Live Fit, and her friend Lucy. And it was at breakfast. And I was like, I felt awkward about interrupting them to try to say hi, but they were getting up to leave. And I was like, oh, excuse me, I watch your channel. And she was really nice about it. And we chatted for a minute. She was just visiting, so it was really cool to see her too. I've been watching her channel for several years. Anyway, okay, so I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the beach and enjoy my first solo travel day ever, and read a book maybe, and possibly get in the water. It's a little overcast, which I'm kind of appreciative of because I still have a sunburn from being in Waikiki on the catamaran with my batch party, or my friend's batch party crew. So anyway, okay. Okay, saw a lot of turtles. I was like trying to capture it on video, and we'll see if I got any clips, but had to eventually just put it down and try to enjoy seeing it because there's no way I was gonna really capture them. But there was like a bunch of turtles, or like maybe 4 turtles in one area, kind of like diving for fish or something. I don't know what they do. And they were big ones, and they're like so cute with their little butts sticking up. And then when I was in the water, there was a giant turtle next to me. I thought it was a rock, so I was like, I mean, obviously I was trying to avoid it because I thought it was a rock. But then it moved, and I was like, oh shit, that's a turtle. And it was huge, so I backed away even further, gave it its space. And then I kind of lost sight of it. But that's the most turtles I've seen since I've been to Hawaii, and like definitely the closest and best view that I've gotten of the turtles outside of like being out on the catamaran. I saw a couple turtles like from the surface, from the boat, so that was a little bit easier. But anyway, very happy. Now I gotta find my car. So much to say. Good morning. It is day 2. Technically it's day 3, but day 2 of actually getting to do things. Fit check. You can't see the bottom, but it's a long shirt / short dress. I'm wearing it as a dress today. We'll see if it doesn't blow up and show my butt. I'm terrible at vlogging sometimes. I did not record anything from the wedding. I took photos, and maybe I'll put a couple in here. It was such a cute wedding. I didn't do anything after the beach, but then I went and got ready. I took a nap, and then I got ready for the wedding. And it was a beach wedding. I was late, but thankfully the bride was late. I was like a few minutes late. I was like, they're not gonna start like right at 5. They're not gonna tell people the time that it starts. They're gonna tell people, like, give people a buffer. No, they were planning to start right at 5. Anyway, it was a beautiful wedding. It was very chill. It was only like 20 people, which is it was really intimate. And that's my kind of wedding, because I don't like being around that many people. And I just think it's more intimate and special when you can actually hear the vows. And actually I couldn't hear the vows because
the ocean was right behind them and it was very loud. But yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. It was intimate. And afterwards, we went into town to do a little bar crawl instead of a traditional reception, and that was fun. Although a lot of the places were either too packed or not happening, so we just partied in the parking lot for a little bit, for the most part. Anyway, I debated on whether or not to like actually do anything cool today. Like to go drive around and do a bunch of stuff. This is my one full day that I have to myself to do whatever I want. And I've just been going a lot with going to Seattle and then going to Mexico and getting ready for my trip and getting back into the routine of work and like trying to catch up with work with my clients after all of those travels. So I decided that I'm just gonna have a chill day today again. Like, I know the one thing I'm gonna do is drive 30 minutes from here to go salsa bachata dancing tonight. But other than that, I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna go get some food first, and do some reading. Smells so good. I use this native sandalwood and shea butter. It smells so good. So I'm just getting ready, putting on a teensy bit of makeup, maybe a little bit more. I have the camera sitting on a soap dispenser right now. Ready to go. I got a lot. Okay, I'm back in my car and I got a smoothie. It's delicious. I don't even know what's in there. I know there's like strawberry, guava, something else, and something else. And she thick. I ended up just having breakfast at this place called the Kihei Cafe, which is pretty decent. I had some French toast and eggs and bacon. And I really wanted both, and it was like more expensive to get it a la carte, so I just got like 2 different plates. And so now I have like breakfast for tomorrow / brunch for later if I want more food in a little bit. God, I've been spending way too much money on food. I feel like, well, I didn't want to cook anything, even though I have an Airbnb with a full kitchen, because I'm just here for 3 days, so it's all good. I think when I was talking about how expensive it is here, I really think it's just because I'm in this like little beach town, and then the places that are like these smaller shops, like maybe they have to pay more money because they're paying, or excuse me, they have to charge more money because their expenses are higher than like a chain place, you know? But because I feel like even I could tell the difference even in the gas price from this little beach town to like 10 minutes up the road when I was downtown. It was like 20-30 cents less per gallon. I don't know, just something I'm like noticing. Anyway, I did some reading or rereading. I guess I was realizing that I had read everything, and I was trying to figure out where I last read, but obviously I wasn't paying attention. So I'm reading this book, and it's like the fourth or fifth one, or no, the third or fourth one in the series. And I normally don't really like romantic books, but I mean, I wouldn't say I normally don't. I never really got into romantic books. I'm not really a romance person, and I'm not super into fantasy, I wouldn't say. But I'm getting more into like sci-fi and fantasy in the last couple of years. And then I've heard everybody talking about the series, and my friend had the books at her place when I was visiting her in Oahu in April of last year before I moved, and I was like, oh, I'll just read it while I'm here. And I was like, oh my god, this book is so good. Like, the story is pretty good. Especially like the romance is not like a major part of the story. I mean, it gets more in there, but it's not like the main part, which I enjoy. And I think the story itself is pretty good. And so, but reading like actual books, even though that's my preference, I get distracted easily, and so it takes me forever. And then, so I tend to lean towards listening to audiobooks, and I'll listen to audiobooks while I'm like folding laundry or doing dishes or driving, so that like I literally don't have anything else for my brain to be distracted by, which kind of sucks that my brain is like that. I need to train it to be able to focus better. But anyway, this book has taken me so long to get through because for that reason. Like, I pick it up and put it down and like forget about it for a while, and then every time I travel I bring it with me, and I barely read anything. And because I'm trying to relax, I think I'm going to try to get a decent amount of decent for me amount of reading done while I'm here. I'm like halfway through almost. So but I'm gonna go back to the apartment for a little bit. It's super hot out here. I've been hanging out for a couple hours. I'm gonna go back to the apartment and chill in the AC and maybe watch some TV for a little bit and like rest. And then maybe do some more reading. I don't know. But then I want to go to the beach for a little bit. And then I'll come back and get ready to go out tonight. And I'm so excited. They have a live band. I really hope that it's fun and that there's like a decent amount of people dancing. I have a friend who is also visiting on the island, and I haven't seen them yet, but they might be going out to the place tonight too. But either way, I'm going by myself. I don't care. And oh, maybe I should try to catch the sunset somewhere. Anyway, I was thinking about taking myself out to dinner on the other side of the island just so I could see that side a little bit more during the day, and then maybe watch the sunset, although I don't know which side the sunset is on. I gotta check that. Oh, the sunset's on this side. Okay, I'll figure that out. Anyway, talking to myself, or talking out loud to figure it all out. Okay, so let's go back to the house for a little bit and chillax. Okay, I'm at the airport. I just dropped off my car. I had a really busy morning today, so I did not vlog anything. But I had breakfast this morning, and then rush to the airport, so. I feel like my hair looks like, what's that guy Wolverine?